Welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Re-Aged Super Mega Baseball League, and we have a good game here against the Heaters coming up. We just came off of a 2-1 victory against the B-Wolves. Our rookie Kenzie Willis got her first win of the year, beating Rufus Zumar, and now we'll have our Dejesus on the mound for us. Malcolm comes into this game 0-0 record with a 3.38 ERA and a .75 whip. Be facing off against locked-in Slip Vanderweek, the aging veteran with Tier 2 easy jumps. No earned runs allowed this year and a .30 whip, so a big challenge for us. Can we get our offense going against a really solid pitcher, and can Malcolm Dejesus hold their offense down? Let's go ahead and check out the lineup for this matchup. We're going to start with... let's see, how do we want to shake this up? We have a few locked-in players. I like that. I'll bump Morton up because he is locked in right now. I am going to bring in Chip Duffers to play back to his normal position of shortstop. Second base, and Carlton Starr will head back over to short. I think I'll keep them all in the lineup as is. Now, Jose is tense right now. I think I will keep him in. I still think his defense is worth keeping out there in the lineup. And hopefully he can navigate through what he's struggling with. I will move him down in the order below Chip Duffers. And actually, you know what? Let's put him at the bottom of the lineup. Maybe a good little wraparound there. That's going to be our lineup for this matchup, and let's head out to the field. Shaka Sports Turf, home of the Buzzards. See if we can get another win under our belts. A couple of locked-in players on their team, as well as an on-fire Robertson. So this will be a challenge for Malcolm, but he has been able to overcome a challenge in the past. So we'll see if he can do it again here. Heaters sitting at 2-2. Buzzards trying to stay at the top of the division. Kitty Kaufman will lead things off, batting .333. It was a failed second base experiment for us last season, or the last 2 seasons, I believe. We went with Chip Duffers, and he hasn't been much better than her. We'll see what she does here. She gets ahead in the count 2-0, and she'll loft into right field. That'll be easily playable by Jose Tremendo. There's out number 1. He's got a cannon arm to add to the throw. Calvin Robertson, batting .417 with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs, is on fire right now, has Tier 2 whiffer, so we can get ahead in the count 2 strikes, which she's already got 1. Checks low for ball 1. Robertson dribbles one off, and there's that whiffer trade. Will actually drop him below his starting point in contact. He'll chase outside. Big strikeout there from Dejesus as he gets him to drop to locked-in mojo. Strikes out the hottest hitter on this team. Buck Swiner comes up locked in, batting .500 on the year. 1 home run and 2 RBIs. Tier 2 little hack, a new trait for him. And it's a ball high, loses it there. And he'll muscle one into right center field. That one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Getting to it is going to be Geronimo James, but an easy double for Buck Swiner. Put it in 1 on in scoring position for Blamo Tamale, who's tense, batting .091 with no home runs and no RBIs this year. Tier 2 inside pitch, Tier 2 off-speed hitter, so Malcolm has to be careful. Always a threat despite the struggles he's seen this season. With a runner in scoring position, we do not want to give in. A 1-1 count with 2 outs, and Blamo checks on a ball just high. And he'll hit one hard to high, deep center field. It hangs up there, and Geronimo James will haul it in for out number 3. So a good inning for Dejesus. Give me 1 moment as I'm going to put on a hoodie really quick. All right, I'm back. And Geronimo James is going to come up, batting .429 on the season. No home runs, 1 RBI. Will not have his contact versus righties trait, but does have the Tier 3 outside or off-speed hitter against Slip Vanderweek, who has not allowed an earned run this season. Pulled foul on the off-speed pitch. Slip locked in, and that'll continue here as he gets James striking out, chases out of the zone. That'll be, I believe, his 4th strikeout of the year. Yep, and Slip with a 4-seam and then 4 off-speed pitches. for his high junk and high accuracy. This ball hit well to right field, up and off the glove of Ezekiel Thrustmaster, and it's going to be a two-base error as the ball gets dropped, and you'll see he loses mojo. They do count that as an error, which they should have. A two-base error, and we have Carlton Starr on second for Saul Morgan, who's locked in with Tier 3 low pitch. Ball fouled off. It's a 0-2 count, and Saul just makes contact and fouls it off. Tier 2 easy jumps, but I don't think the runner will try and take off for third. Ball low. 1-2 for Saul. Rips one down the right field line into the corner, and he's going to turn around first and head to second. Heading home is Carlton Starr. He's going to score, and Saul Morgan comes through with a huge RBI double. That is not an earned run, so it does not affect the ERA of Slip Vanderwink. He has still not allowed an earned run this year. But Morton Stanberg will now come up batting .455, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. And first pitch swinging, a ball to Bobby Bash, and he will catch it just above the dirt. He's able to get it and toss to second, but back safely is Saul Morgan. Tough luck for Morton Stanberg. Now Woodman will come up, .417 average. No home runs, 3 RBIs. Could be a good time for his first home run of the year. He'll hit one hard to second base, and Kaufman to Robertson ends the inning. But a Saul Morgan double after a two-base error from Thrustmaster will give us the 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Johnny Baggs comes up, hitless on the year. Neither of his traits are activated. Dejesus gets ahead in the count here with the first pitch strike, followed by a foul ball. And ball hit hard into center field, but it'll hang up for Geronimo James. Tracks it down for out number 1.
Number 13, Ezekiel Thrustmaster.
And here comes Thrustmaster. He's the one with the error. He was locked in. He dropped the ball, and good hustle from Carlton Starr getting into scoring position. He's batting .250 on the year, 0-2 count, and he swings through strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Dejesus, if I'm not mistaken.
Number 57, Boo Lewis.
And now Boo Lewis will come up, hitless on the year as well. Tier 2 rally starter is activated here with nobody on. First pitch swinging, a strike. A diving play from Chip Duffers. He can't get to it. It sneaks into center field. That's out number 1. Or, I mean, there's a base hit with 1 out. 2 outs. Forgive me. Apparently, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. All right, Gobelson comes up, batting .143 with no home runs and no RBIs. He gets the start here today at shortstop. Not much of a hitter, more of a defender. 1-1 count with 2 outs for Dejesus to Gobelson. He'll foul it off, and now a 1-2 count. Ball misses high at the top of the zone. Dejesus will get him to foul off, and we'll do it again. Still 2-2. Hard hit ball to second base, an easy play from Duffers to get the third out of the inning. Base hit sneaks through. Second hit of the day for the Heaters, but still nothing going for their offense against Dejesus. Now Trinity Powers will come up, batting .500 on the year, 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. She has been having pretty solid rookie campaign so far. This first pitch she swings at pops up into center field shallow and easily playable for Blamo Tamale. He'll haul it in, out number 1. Chip Duffers batting .111 on the year. Tier 2 first pitch prayer. We hope he does not swing at this first pitch. Slip back to locked in. And first pitch swinging, and it is going to get down in front of Gobelson. And infield single for Chip Duffers. He swings at the first pitch, and his prayers are answered. It gets just over the third baseman who dove for it. And he gets his mojo back as well. He's back to neutral for Pork Bennett. Pork swings at the first pitch. His prayer isn't answered. He's still hitless on the year. And he falls behind 0-2 with 1 out and a runner on first. Runner back safely here. Vanderweek has tier 2 easy jumps. Nobody's challenged him yet. And a ball up the middle will be caught by Gobelson. Runner holds at first, and that's 2 outs for Jose Tremendo. Average at .250 on the year. No home runs, 1 RBI. He was nuts in his rookie campaign in year 1. Year 2 was a bit of a disappointment, and year 3 has been the same as he grounds out to the first baseman to end the inning. A leadoff single from Chip Duffers goes nowhere. I think that was a leadoff single. And now we have Bobby Bash coming up, batting 125 and tenths. Tier 2 off-speed hitter. Bobby at third today. Despite not being the best defender, does have some flexibility on the defensive side of things. He gets ahead in the count 2-1 here. And he'll dribble one just in front of the plate. It stays foul. It's 2-2 now. And challenging him right down the middle, and he fouls it off. Bash with some great power, but not great contact. Full count, and nubs one up the middle. And a weird little misplay from Geronimo James, who's having himself a tough day after the strikeout. And that little misplay, he is tense. We have a runner on first for Kitty Kaufman. Nobody out. Average speed or just above average speed over at first base. First ball is pulled foul, or push foul down the first base line. Ball high. And pulled foul this time from Kitty Kaufman. It's a 1-2 count with nobody out. Looking for a ground ball here, but they have to turn it quickly if they want the double play. It's a ball outside, and Dejesus a little wild here. Ball right down the middle. And she froze for strike 3 looking. Robertson struck out once already today. Dejesus, I think, at 3 strikeouts now in this game. First pitch, ball high. Robertson now locked in. He started the game as on fire. And he'll pull one into deep left field, getting back on it, and hauling it is Morton Stanberg. And he's going to toss it in quickly. Runner retreats back to first, and well hit from Robertson, but he's not able to let it get down or have enough power to get over. And that's a long, loud out number 2. Buck Swiner comes up. He had a double already. Little hack activated here and still locked in. Dejesus has labored through the third so far, throwing 47 pitches. Little hack active on the 1-2 count with 2 outs and a runner on first. Shatters his bat and pops it up. Dodging the barrel is Sturdy Woodman as he comes in and makes that catch to end the inning. So a clean third for Malcolm Dejesus. He's allowed 3 hits, 1 in each inning. And still no runs allowed for the Heaters. Geronimo James will come up for his second at-bat, tense after striking out in the first. He'll take a slider for strike 1. And he'll hit one off the end of the bat, and it hangs up for Gobbleson. Gobbleson is short. A line out for out number 1, and Carlton Starr will come up. He reached on a 2-base error from Thrustmaster and right. Whiffs through the changeup for strike 1. Ball low. Carlton fouls one off. It's a 1-2 count with 1 out, and he'll shatter his bat. Goes to third base. Weak arm of Bash is still able to get it over to first in time. 2 outs for Saul Morgan. Had the RBI double in the first. He's still locked in. Batting .692 now on the year. Vanderweek sneezes. Don't know if he tried to get a little bit on the ball there. 94-mile-an-hour fastball low. Make it a 2 low pitches. 30th pitch on the way for Vanderwink. Is whiffed through for strike 1. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Saul gets a low pitch. Diving play from Gobbleson. He gets up, tries to throw it over, and he'll get it in time. Robertson with a good stretch. And it's a bang-bang play at first, but Saul Morgan not able to get there in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Vanderwink here in the bottom of the third. So Blam will start things off here in the top of the fourth. Dejesus locked in. Throws his 50th pitch and is swung through for strike 2. And Blammo whiffs for strike 3. Nice pitching from Dejesus as he just kind of stayed away on every pitch there. And I think all those were fastballs, so he really tried to avoid those traits from Blammo. Here comes Johnny Bags. And he'll ground to short. Easy play for Carlton over to Woodman, out number 2. Thrustmaster now tense. He went from locked in to tense in the matter of a few innings. 0 for 1 today. We'll take a first pitch ball. Ball at the top of the zone at 101 here in the 4th inning. Takes a strike. It's a 2-1 count to Thrustmaster. He takes ball 3 outside. And there's a fastball on the corner. Full count. Swings through strike 3. So Dejesus with another solid inning. This time he did not allow any runs. 1, 2, 3 in the 4th. And it's still 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Morton Stanberg 0 for 1 today. Popped up in his first at bat. Tier 3 high pitch, and he pops this one up, shatters his bat. Will it get out of play? It does, just off of the dugout. And great attempt from Boo Lewis to try and catch that, but he can't get to it in time. 1-1 count. Morton gets a high pitch and fouls it off. He's down 1-2. And he'll loft one into left center field. This one gets down and rolls to the wall. He turns around first and heads to second. Buck Swiner will come up, throws to the cutoff man, and a leadoff double for Morton Stanberg. Has another runner in scoring position for Sturdy Woodman. He grounded to second, I believe, in his first at-bat. Batting .385. Vanderweek still locked in despite giving up the double. First pitch low and away for ball 1. Great speed at second. Ball outside. It's a 2-0 count here. Sturdy with a good spot. And he'll ground to third. Bash will look the runner back. Wild throw, and Robertson can't scoop it. So infield single for, I don't know if they'll call that an error, but an infield hit from, it is an error, from Woodman. And he reaches on the error from, the throwing error from Bobby Bash. And Trinity Powers sends one to deep, left center field, up and off the wall. Buck Swiner gets it in quickly, and Morton Stanberg did have to hold. I guess he was aiming or expecting that ball to be caught, but it hits off the top of the wall at that indent. Trinity Powers just missed a home run by about an inch. And infield is in with nobody out and bases loaded. Ground ball to Gobelson. Gobelson tags the runner heading to third, gets Stanberg in a rundown, and one of the more unique double plays you'll see. Swiner gets the tag out, and that was 6-2, 5-1-7 for the double play. Not the way you expect it, but 2 outs quickly. Tough luck for the Buzzards. And Vanderwink gets blasted in the face and not able to get there as another wild throw from Bobby Bash. And that was Pork Bennett's first hit of the year. And getting blasted in the face is Slip Vanderwink. He's weak, and Libby Doe will come in. That is a body. No, he apparently caught him in the chest. Body contusion, and good hit from Jose Tremendo, but he flies out to center, and we end up with the Noble Tiger this time. Again, no outs, bases loaded, ending with team incapable of getting extra runs. Very unfortunate after the weird double play, the hit pitcher, and then the fly out to end the inning. But we're still up 1-0 in the top of the 5th as Boo Lewis will come up with another rally starter trade activated. Doesn't matter as he takes strike 3 to Dejesus with another really great pitch on the corner called strike 3. I've lost count of how many strikeouts he has. And here comes Gobelson. We'll take a ball for strike 1. Ball outside. Now a strike. Another strike, and it's a 1-2 count. Dejesus will get him to swing in strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning, and now Bobby Bash, who's rattled after a throwing error. 1 for 1 with a single, sitting at essentially no contact here. Malcolm locked in, throwing 66 pitches already. A dribbler right in front of the plate. Bennett out of the crouch, throws the first out, number 3. And a clean 1-2-3 inning for Dejesus in the 5th. We're still up 1-0. I'd like a little bit more insurance as we wrap to the top of the lineup for the third time. Geronimo James 0 for 2 intense. Now facing off against Libby Doe. We'll see if we can get that meltdown trade activated. First pitch foul, ball high and away. Libby getting her first appearance of the year in this game. She got the fly out to avoid any runs to score, and then Geronimo James works a walk. Leadoff man aboard for Carlton Starr. Tier 2 first pitch, Slayer 0 for 2 today. High pressure now, and Geronimo's still tense over there at first base, so he loses a little bit of speed in a high pressure situation. First pitch taken for a strike. Carlton takes a ball. Batting 167 on the year. And hard hit ball off the glove of Gobelson. Not something he's used to as it gets into right center or left center field. He's able to hold the runner at second base, but I imagine that might be an error too. No, it's not. That one's going to count as a hit for Carlton Starr. And Saul Morgan comes up. We're in max pressure situation now. Locked in is Saul Morgan. We've allowed, or Libby has allowed two batters to reach consecutively. 1-1 count for Saul. He swings at a pitch low in the zone, but it's well outside, and he fouls one off. It's a 1-2 count. He gets a base hit up the middle, low pitch, sent back up the box, and bases will be loaded with nobody out. Libby Doe has allowed 3 base runners to reach. I believe if Morton, I think it's 4 consecutive batters for Meltdown to activate. As Morton Steinberg comes up locked in, max pressure, takes a first pitch low for strike 1, swings at a pitch at the top of the zone for strike 2, and field in, and down the line past Bobby Bash and into left field. Buck Swiner comes up throwing, holding the runner at third base, but 1 run scores. We avoid the Noble Tiger this time. Bases still loaded with nobody out, and Woodman 0 for 2, but reached on an error. And Libby Doe will have Meltdown activate. She's tense, no accuracy, and blasted into right center field. That one's up and off the base of the wall. Sturdy Woodman with a hard shot to right center field, and that's going to be a bases clearing double for him. 3-run score on the RBI double from Sturdy Woodman, his hardest hit ball of his career, I imagine. He's standing on second base with still nobody out for Trinity Powers. She just missed a home run in her last at-bat. Meltdown still activated on pitch number 20 for Libby. They're leaving her out there. It's a 2-0 count for Trinity. Good spot for her. She fouls one off. Right at the bottom of the zone. She just missed it. Checks her swing and holds it 3-1 now. And a ball in the dirt. Ball 4, walk. Gets away from Boo Lewis. But Sturdy Woodman not that fast, and he holds it second. So we have 2 on, nobody out. Chip Duffers, who blooped a single over the third baseman. Carla Tolbert comes in to replace Libby Doe, who's tense right now. And not at full stamina. First pitch strike. First pitch prayer gone, and a ball low in the dirt. Good block from Boo. Takes a strike on the slider. K Neglector activates for Tolbert. And gets him to swing anyways. Chases inside. In on his hands. He can't catch up to it, and that's a strikeout. Ugly at bat from Duffers there. And now Pork Bennett, who knocked Vanderweek out of the game, will come up to the plate. Finally got his first hit of the year. It's a 2-0 count here. And he hits one hard to center field, but it's going to hang up. Blammo will catch that one. Runner holds at second. And now it's 2 outs with 2 on for Jose Tremendo. He's 0 for 2, but he's hit the ball really well, I think, at both at-bats. I think both of them are flyouts to center. He takes a ball here. He's still tense, looking to try and get out of his rough patch. 2-0 count. Good spot for him. He'll take a strike at the bottom of the zone. And there it is. Jose Tremendo, right center field, in the wave wall. 3-run shot for the feet on him himself. Jose Tremendo finally gets his first home run of the year. It goes 426, a 3-run shot. And we're blasting this one wide open now as Geronimo getting his second at-bat of the inning. Started this one off with a walk, and now Carla Tolbert in a really tough position. Geronimo trying to get out of his tense mojo. We're up 8-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. A 1-1 count for James, and he whiffs through a changeup for strike 2. K Neglector activates and lofted in a center field, and it will hang up for Blammo Tamale to end the inning. But a huge 7-run 5th inning. We scored 1 in the first, and we haven't scored since. It's now 8-0 heading into the top of the 6th, and Dejesus has to feel pretty good about himself right now. He will have to go through the 1-2-3 hitters, so we'll see if he goes the whole way as we bring in Evan Chukoff to replace Pork Bennett. I really do love that the AI is doing these defensive replacements. Ball up the middle, and Chip Duffers, without an effort, will allow a base hit. And Kitty Kaufman gets her mojo back to neutral. She's standing on first base for Kelvin Robertson, who's 0 for 2. Locked in. 69th pitch on the way from Dejesus. is lofted and foul. Great speed over at first base, infield, a double play depth, and a base hit right up the middle. We'll put 2 aboard with nobody out for the Heaters. Trying to rally here with down by 8. Buck Swiner will come up 1 for 2 with an RB or with a double back in the first inning. Dejesus still locked in a tough spot here as Little Hack activates for Swiner. And popped up in the infield. It's going to be an infield fly. Dejesus will call this one, and runners will retreat. That's a big number or first out. Now Blamo comes up. He's 0 for 2. Still tense. We're in a medium pressure situation. And Dejesus still locked in. Would love to get a ground ball here as that one is fouled off. And a grounder up the middle. Chip will toss to Star. Star to first. Double play. Ends the game. And that was a really slow developing play as Duffers was right by the bag. Opted to toss to a shortstop. And Star had to make the turn really quickly to get it over to Woodman in time. But that's how the game ends. 8 runs on 10 hits for the Buzzards. No runs on 5 hits with 2 errors for the Heaters. Big win for the Buzzards. The Heaters get 5 hits. They're scattered across the team with Kaufman, Robertson, Swiner, Boo Lewis, and Bobby Bash with those 5 hits. Nobody else reaches. 7 strikeouts combined for the team there, all from Dejesus. Then the Buzzards on their side, Geronimo James walks and scores a run. Star with 1 hit, he scores twice. Morgan with a 2 for 3 day with a run scored at an RBI. Stamberg, same thing. And then you see the big 3 RBI day from Sturdy Woodman. He went 1 for 3. It was that big double. Powers with a hit and a RBI or a run scored. Duffers got a hit. Pork with a hit. He actually knocked out Slip Vanderwink. And then the Jose Tremendo 3-run homer, his first of the year. Hopefully that turns him around. Pitching-wise, Vanderwink, who came into this game with a 0 ERA, leaves the game with 0 ERA as he went 3 2/3. He gets the loss, giving up 5 hits, 1 strikeout. He did allow a run, but it was an unearned run because of an error. That's a really weird stat line for him. Libby Doe, really terrible game. She goes 1/3 of an inning. She gives up 4 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Tolbert goes 1 inning, gives up 1 hit. It was a home run, a solo shot. Actually, it was the 3-run homer, but 2 runs count towards Libby Doe, and she gets 1 strikeout. On the other side, Malcolm Dejesus with another big win. Goes a complete game shutout, giving up 5 hits, 7 strikeouts. His ERA drops to 1.59, and he gets his first win of the year. Malcolm, your number 1 player. Jose, number 2. Sturdy Woodman, number 3. I like what I see from the Buzzards. Big win there. And I believe that puts us at what are we at now? Let's sim to the next game. 4-1, and we lead the division. We're a half a game ahead of the Crocs, but we have a big 23 run differential thanks to that big 17 run game that we had earlier this season. So through 5 games, sitting in a really great spot. Let's see what happens since that game ended. See, Morton loses 5 speed. Whoa, sorry about that. Morton loses 5 speed. That's really dumb. Development for Malcolm Dejesus to gain accuracy. Love that. We'll definitely plan to do it. Willard Wiggins gets signed by the Crocs, the guy we were looking at. Ricky Gilbert is available. And pretty much a Carlton Star knockoff. Let's see. Dick gets replaced by the Freebooters, bringing in Flash Lithar. Chance for Edwina Escobar to gain K Collector. That'd be interesting. Pork with some contact and fielding. He needs that. Sturdy with contact and chance to gain Volatile. That'd be interesting. And Alfonso Delgado on the free agent pool gains Easy Target. That probably drops him off of our radar. Let's look at development. This one for Sturdy. He doesn't necessarily need the contact, but Volatile would be really great for him as he has been hitting the ball really well. Malcolm will definitely get this one when we get to that one. We have this one for Edwina. We'll do that in just a second. This one for Pork. We'll do this one as well. Carouse, we will not risk gaining easy jumps And Trinity Powers, we don't want to get the RBI 0 trait. So this one for Pork, 1 contact, 1 fielding. Chance for more contact, he will not get it. He's now at 4 fielding. And then Wida Escobar, 3 junk. She does lose 2 velocity. She has a chance for more junk. She won't get it. 25% chance for K Collector. She won't get that either. Unfortunate. But she gets a little bit better in the junk department. Hopefully somebody we won't rely on too much as she continues to develop. And then these 2 right here, we'll look at getting them after the next game. And these 2 we're going to ignore and hope they go away as quickly as possible. Next game up is Buzzards versus Jacks. And Jacks not having a great year at 1-4. We'll never look past them, though. Kerwin Arches had a really great first start of the season. He's coming out for his second start, this one against Jerry Caps. Jerry having a rough year, 0-1 with a 7.71 ERA, a 2.14 whip. Nairuba Wanga locked in. Thurman Colt, former Buzzard, is locked in as well. And, yeah, I think we're in a good spot. I feel like I'm fine with leaving Carlton Starr, especially now that Willard Wiggins was signed. I'm fine with just keeping Carlton Starr as is, but I will say the really frustrating and unfortunate Chip Duffers has not looked good. We could maybe look to, let's see what that would look like. I don't want to do that to lose the crafty traits. Chip has been frustrating to watch. He's still young. We don't necessarily need to rely on him offensively. So I guess we can leave him in there. And yeah, I think everything else I'm fine with as is. I guess let me quick look. An aging Casper Stern. Rory Crowds here. Who would he come in for? Yeah, I wouldn't do this because I think our offense is pretty set. I wouldn't want to lose the crafty player, and Ricky Kwan being a good defender is something I want to hold on to. I like our outfield a lot. Geronimo James needs to get kind of back on board, but that's the least of our worries. All right, so that is how this episode will end. I am going to hold off on checking the league leaders. Apologies for the if you're hearing the lawnmower outside the window here, or the air blower, I think it is, leaf blower. I'm going to hold off on looking at league leaders until we get to the end of the 8th game. We're heading to game 6 next, which is against the Jacks. So can't wait to see you all for that one next time out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.